Hey everyone, it's me, I'm back. How are you? I know. I am back, making another what if. I know I haven't made one in quite some time. But to be totally honest, a lot of things have been going on. With some being school, some being with work. I don't have a job, but I still had to, do my own stuff, of course. It's just kind of been, well, busy and chaotic time to time. I know I put up like a post a little bit ago. I think an hour, I can't remember. I don't know if it's been half an hour or just an hour. Anyways, I put up a post if my name should be the Smiling Galaxy. I really like the name. I don't know if anyone else has that name, but anyways, yeah, I think it's a pretty good name. Well, let's get back into it. I think we last left off on when Deku, and Alfumi, of course, with his party, were on the island. Well, not island. I mean, like in the village where they had the race. So what? So when was that? Which episode? I haven't seen the series in a little bit, so I might have accidentally skipped a few things. So I am sorry if that could happen. All right. So he was. All right. So after the village, after the race, he was. I think. Oh yeah. The plant business. Yes. So while they were walking, exploring. No, wait. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay, no, wait, different. All right, so while dealing with the philo business of finding, actually no, I'm gonna skip all that of finding the clothes for philo because you kind of know it. Just imagine Deku was there and helped and all. Because I don't want to deal with having philo finding clothes. So I'm just gonna skip to the plant. Yeah, I should have just done that in the first place. Alright, so they were finding over a plant. They were walking, Deku walking beside the carriage. Because he's too big to ride the carriage with all of his silver armor, as you can see on the screen, with the sword on either on his back or on his hip. You can decide where the sword is. So he was walking and walking with the carriage nearby until they noticed a man running right on the other side of the carriage. And he screamed out, "Can I please have help going on down to the next village? I have money. I need to deliver the medicine to either my mother or grandma. I can't remember if it's a mother or grandma. Anyways, they helped. Naofumi helped the stranger getting there faster. Deku stayed behind to watch over the other. What was her name? Raftalia. I can't remember there was another person on the team. Wait. Yeah, I think it was Raftalia. I can't remember. Anyways, he helped push the carriage from behind. It took like an hour or two. I don't know how long it took to get there. Anyways, it's mostly time skips in the anime time to time. So as soon as Deku got there, he noticed that there has been plants everywhere on the houses and everything. At first, he thought, someone must have a garden. Pretty nice. But until he heard the commotion and screams in the far-off distance on the other side of the village. That's when Naofumi walked up and informed him what's going on. So of course, Deku started walking with Naofumi beside him, walking together. Naofumi doing his plan just like in the anime, with Midoriya holding the vine-like tree back to hold still in place. Midoriya was wondering, how did this plant thing get here? The villagers told the story of how the plant got there, thanks to the annoyance of the spear hero. Midoriya and Naofumi being both disappointed and just really being disappointed in the spear hero of how he could be so dumb and to let that being happen, especially with with the rumors and the ancient story about it. So as soon as I got the food problem with the village all done, they started walking again. That's when they discovered a little girl with bluish like hair. What was her name again? Oh yeah, Malty. Malty. In the field with Fioliers. I can't pronounce their names. To be honest, I can't really pronounce a lot of names from animes because they're so out of this world. Like Fiolios. You know what they are if you've seen the anime. I'm sorry I can't pronounce them. You know what I mean. The birds that Philo is, but the thinner ones. When Deku moved and poked his half of his body, like his arm and head out, he made he accidentally stepped on a lot of things because of his feet being so big, which scared off the the big bird. You know what I mean? Ran off and leaving Malty looking back, being surprised as heck because a giant silver-like knight is towering over her with a sword on his back, with the shield hero Philo and of course Ralph-Talia. Her being surprised about Deku, but even being more surprised that she saw Philo in her bird form. Of course, she freaking out like, oh, it's a giant Philo, or something like that. Anyways, of course, they had their conversation about bringing Malty back to the castle. So while they were doing that, Midoriya was walking thinking, what was that dream? I think I talked about that a couple episodes ago. So, he was thinking about that dream, about the 12 guardian knights in his dream. Some looking like him, some being different. And most of all, seeing a huge dragon behind them frightened him the most. But what he couldn't understand is, why is he in a form yet? Why does he look like this? Because he did not look like this back in his old world. He wondered, what could he be? To his point of view, he looks mechanical, almost robot, almost like a robot, but more nightlight. So, of course, we're going to time skip when they reach the city. So, of course, Malty, of course, as soon as they went to the city, Malty, I think, walked off to somewhere, I think. Of course, Naofumi being, walking down the street after visiting the blacksmith with Philo as well, with Ralph-Talia. That's when a flaming like fireball came out of the sky, and was going to hit Naofumi. Of course, Deku putting his fists up because he's not sure if he should use his sword just in case. That's when the spear hero emerged from the smoke, going on like, "You are imprisoning another girl?" Him not knowing that the big bird is the girl, of course. So while they had their fight, that's when mine came in, while Midoriya and Naofumi with, of course, Ralph-Talia and Philo was trying to stop the fight. That's when mine came in and said about a duel and a fight. Of course, Midoriya not liking this and wanting to punch her into the ground, because she's really annoying, of course, I hate it. And that's when, until Malty came in with guards behind her, saying, from whatever she said in the anime. I haven't seen the anime in quite a while, so And of course, I'm not so good with female voices, since I'm a guy and all. Not saying a guy can't impersonate a girl's voice, it's just I generally can't. So yeah. So anyways, we're just gonna skip to, uh, when they meet up to the king. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's, wait. Wait, did I forget the dragon? Wait. No, wait, I think I did it. Alright, if I didn't, I'm sorry, It's very different. I'm sorry. Alright, so, let's see. I'm just gonna say they did, and, yeah. Because I generally can't remember if I did it or did not. And I'm already so far in the anime of where we are now. So, yeah. So, anyways, the king was, of course, rewarding the other heroes of their good fights in the wave. Of course, him paying Deku half the amount of what the heroes get, while Naofumi getting none of it. This brought up a few whispers along about, and of course Deku being a little bit mad about why is he not getting any money. Him pestering the king, and so of the other two heroes, not being a speed hero, of course, because, he's, well, annoying. Yeah. And that's when the king finally gave in and gave Naofumi half, just like what Deku did, but a little bit less. That's when they started to walk off until the king demanded on how Naofumi got so strong. Naofumi looked back with a smirk and says, "If you want to know, then bow down." This shocking everyone about how he's talking to the king like that. Not to the king, he was getting real mad. Because with the amount of disrespect he's doing to him. And him being mad, of course, while Naofumi saying, "If you want to know, then bow down." Usually people will bow on their head and knees, saying, "I'm so sorry, please enlighten me." This infuriating the king, and says, I shall not do no such thing to the likes of you, devil of the shield." This making Naofumi a bit irritated, but at the same time enjoying his reaction. Which, of course, he walked until the king decided to put spears and swords up to where he is. Him saying, "If you do not tell me, maybe your little companions won't be so lucky in the future." This made Naofumi give him intense bloodlust, and that goes as well as Midoriya. Both bloodlusts combined straight towards the king, making it feel like 50 bullets are going straight through his body all at the same time with immense pain. But not more or less pain, but more or less fear into his heart. This scaring the king and almost seeing a shadow behind Midoriya of something different with 12 bodies, but a 13th one behind them, something bigger and monstrous only he could see, since it's being directed towards him. This getting his bearings back, and while Naofumi and the rest, with Midoriya and with the rest of his party, with Midoriya as well, while the king says, "The cursed shield," and all that. So, while they were walking, and basically got in the carriage, and of course, riding away, or driving away, I don't know. That's when Malty decided to appear. Her continuously begging, or I don't know if it's begging or insisting the shield hero with Midoriya to go and apologize to the king to make up with their disagreements. Of course, them having their little argument, of course. That's when Midoriya and Naofumi noticed a guard was going to slice off Malty's head. That's when Midoriya took his sword and plunged it right behind Malty, in the course to block the sword from her neck. This, of course, scared the guards. And right in between, and that's right, somewhere in the guards, that's when they bring out a crystal-like orb, or a magic ball or something, into recording it, and to send it to the king. That's when Fumi, Philo, and Raphtalia started to rebel and fight off the guards. Some getting injuries, some getting to the point where their arms are broken but not sliced off, to the point where they can almost not use their arms that much. Of course, Midoriya only, picking them up and basically slamming them back down with almost half of his strength, or a little bit of his strength because he doesn't want to kill them. Only enough to knock them out. Of course, when the guards finally woke up, seeing themselves being tied up, and then looking up and seeing Naofumi and the rest of his party with Midoriya, with Malty beside them. When they kind of looked up to see Midoriya looking down at them, almost seeing a blue-like eye shining, being directed towards them. Them almost fearing for their lives. And when Naofumi says, "Why did you almost cut off Malty's head?" They says, "We have nothing to tell you, devil with a shield." That's when Midoriya says, "That's funny. Then why didn't you just try to cut off her head? If you have nothing to say to him, then how about you speak to her?" That's when Malty walked up right in front of them and demanded why. Of course, the guards trying not to tell, but of course Midoriya almost putting his hand right onto this hilt of his giant sword, scaring them, forcing them to tell the truth and to why they did it. Malty being shocked and of course sad that her sister trying to assassinate her, while Midoriya and the rest of Naofumi's party weren't surprised because of how they are. So of course the rest got on the carriage while Midoriya walked beside them, leaving the guards being tied up. And tied up to a tree, I mean. So while they were walking, they wondered, what are we going to do now? Where should we head? That's when a shadow came and gave them the message that the queen wants to meet them. Midoriya thinking, this might be a good idea. She may be royalty, but it wouldn't hurt to go see her. I mean, what else can we do if we're on the run from a kingdom? Naofumi didn't want to do this, but at the same time, he didn't see any option in the matter of what he could do or not. So so of course he frustratedly agrees to do it. This making Malty a little bit happy, but also trying to put on the serious face, saying, yes, we're going to go meet my mother. Of course, on the inside, she's bumbling in happiness, like, yeah, I get to see mommy again or something. I don't know. Anyways, we skip a day or two, because I don't know how long never mind. So we go around in a town, But they're walking and walking. That's when they notice a village being starved. But more or less, like, almost run down. Now, Fumi decided to go help them of course, wearing a mask. And wearing different clothes as well as almost trying to hide his shield. So, of course, Midori helped as much as possible, like moving things, making a tent, and of course making other things for them too. Now Fumi giving them crops and seeds as well, so that way they can at least start a farm. Then asking them what happened here. They told the story about the bow hero, or the archer hero, and how he did it. Of this, of course, made Naofumi a little frustrated about how could these people be so careless? This isn't a game. Well, Midoriya's like, this ain't an act of a hero. Since I think he wanted to be a hero, and he does have knowledge of a hero. So of course he would know things of a hero that the other three, or the other four, doesn't know. Since I think he was a hero. So yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to leave this off. I will try and make another video of this, possibly next time, hopefully by a week. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all enjoyed everything. And if you've seen the past two videos of me playing Fortnite, I am trying to start my own gaming channel, kind of. Like, I do want to get my own gaming set, kind of. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy. I hope you all appreciate this video. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, a wonderful evening, wherever you are, boy or girl, whoever you are in the world. I hope you have a wonderful time in life. Goodbye.